Hello, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's get right into it. This reading is going to carry you out to the end of January 2025. We start a whole new cycle on the 29th of January, so this is going to carry you into the 28th of January, right? As we're closing out cycles, So, we only have a few planets that are retrograde, and a few planets that are retrograde. So, um, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So the Fool card, which is Uranus, is currently retrograde for a few more days. You know when you watch this video, and so you want to make sure as you're closing out that cycle, leaving behind all distractions, to set an intention for your reading. To set an intention. I've already prayed over everyone's cards, asked for clarity. In this phase of the moon, you're banishing hexes, curses, any kind of dark energies that's trying to come your way. So you want to make sure as you're closing out the cycles, you are just trying to eliminate as many distractions as possible by setting an intention first. I start each day excited for what is in store. So you're operating in faith, walking by faith, right? Faith without good works is dead, right? So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's see what's in your cards. Sagittarius, let's see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Sagittarius is in your birth chart, your ruling planet Jupiter is still retrograde. So, yeah, like I said, it's retrograde for the next 12 days. If you're watching this video on the 22nd, it's retrograde for the next 12 days. So, like I said, good luck, good fortune, what's on the horizon. You really, really want to count your blessings. You want to count, sit down and put together what you feel like you're grateful for. What's on the horizon for you? What do you feel like is on the horizon for you after you close out cycles? What's on next chapter? Mars is still retrograde. You're watching this on the 22nd for the next 32 days. So that's for about the next month. It's still retrograde. The next planet that's about to go retrograde would be Venus. In about a little over a month, Venus is going retrograde. So Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Here we have somebody kind of feels left out of something. Somebody feels left out in the cold, but you're very close to, going to this next phase of your life. And a lot of that has to do with knowing your worth and knowing your value in people's lives, right? So, a lot of it, again, has to do with just feeling like you're a part of a team, right? So the amount of time that you spent in people's lives. So I feel like very soon you may be getting, somebody may be reaching out to you just to let you know that you are valued to them. Somebody that you feel like is family or like family or something. You may be receiving a gift or something from them to let them know. For them, they may have also felt left out in the cold too, because remember, water is reflective. So if they felt left out in the cold by you, you may have felt left out in the cold by them. Remember this right here, this snow right here. This is a form of water. Water is reflective. So feelings, we're talking about water. Your sacral chakra, so make the connection there. So make the connection, whether it's family, like family, or whatever. Somebody may have felt like they spent a lot of time around you. They thought you all were on the same team. You may have felt like you thought they were on the same team. Whole lot of thinking going on, right? So a Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. There is no I in team. There's a lot of factors going on here too. Somebody's money could have been affected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. A lot of people think, well, why didn't somebody just say something? Then somebody should say the same thing about you. Why didn't you just say something, right? So again, sources saying, when we say you may be receiving something really, really soon, just to let a person let you know how they feel about you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Especially if someone is you used to, you know that they are a person of their word, or so you may be receiving something. So learn how to be in receiving mode. Like I said, you're a fire sign, and so fire signs, you need something to rub together in order for a fire to start. So if you're around people who are who like to create some kind of conflict to start something, to get something out of you in order to create some kind of conflict between you and somebody, then you're going to have to think beyond just going along with the flow. So source is saying to you, like, keeping you, oh, they keeping you out in the cold. They got what they needed to get from you, and then they just leave you out in the cold. When you know that's not how those energies are. You know you spent enough time around energies and know, okay, they could be just dealing with some financial issues right now. Their money may not be as, their money could be just cold as that snow out, depending on where you are, right? Depending on where you are, right? So, right? So that's what source is saying. Keep it on the throne. Queen of Swords here. Keep it at a high frequency. Keep your thoughts positive. So start each day excited for what's in store, operating in faith. Faith is action. It's a verb. Faith without good works. Be faithful. Remain faithful and get some rest. Remain faithful and get some rest. Right? Stay focused. Stay focused. Move on past disappointments. Oh yeah, well, you know, they do stop talking to me whenever they get what they need to get from me. If you let the devil play tricks on your mind, if somebody is telling, because this right here speaks to thinking and talking, right here, this is air. If somebody is telling you that they appreciate you, that they love you, that they this and that, and your mind, if somebody can easily come in and say, oh, that's how they treat everybody, they get what they need from people, and these are loved ones, they get what they need, and you know that's not to be true. Sources said that's what you have in common with somebody. People have said the same thing about you. So keep your vibrations high. That is why I start my readings out with telling people, keep it on the throne. That may sound naive to some people, but if you assume the worst about people that you've been around all the time, then don't be surprised when people assume the worst about you. Keep your vibrations high. Try to keep them vibrations high. That's how you're going to save yourself. This is the Knight of Cups right here. That's how you're going to save yourself a lot of unnecessary stress. That's how you're going to save yourself a lot of unnecessary stress. Like between you and somebody. Yeah, between you and somebody. Because you're going to save yourself a lot of unnecessary conflict between you. This is the Knight of Wands here. Because basically somebody is saying that, you know, basically there's some energies that's trying to start some kind of conflict between you and somebody. Because there's somebody who have legitimately cut some people off. They have legitimately left some people out of their lives because of what they've been. People have been ruthless to somebody that you know, just like people have been ruthless to you that you no longer talk to. But somebody is trying to create some kind of conflict between you and somebody, and they're saying the same thing. Yeah, as soon as some kind of heat is turned up, they run the first sign of issues and problems. That's what they're trying to create. That's what they're trying to create, Sagittarius. But that is a lie. That's a lie straight from the pit of hell. These people have been around some energies, just like you've been around energies. That's what Source is saying. You need to stay focused. You need to stay focused. Take the blindfolds off. You're at an impasse. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is, you got some good news trying to come in. You got some really good news trying to come in. You have a message of some good news trying to come in. Like I said before, you're going to receive something coming in. Okay, you're going to receive something coming in. These same energies that are trying to create some kind of conflict between you and somebody have done something to freeze someone's money, to slow someone's money up, just like they have done something to slow yours up. Right? That's what you and somebody have in common. That's what this area right here, that's what you and somebody have in common. And if they were to tell you, you probably wouldn't even believe it. You probably would be confused, right? But again, this person is high vibrational, just like you're high vibrational. So you try to keep the negative comments about people away. But because it would sound like gossiping if you were talking about, oh, this group they did that, they did what? But it's something that you both know, you and somebody know this to be true about something, you know. But again, you'll be receiving something soon. You'll be receiving something very soon. So keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. That's their whole goal, is just to create a bunch of chaos and confusion. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And then to report back. So by the time you receive it, they'll tell people, because they got familiar spirits around, oh, they didn't want what you sent anyway. Now you confused. Oh, I don't want it. I mean, it took them long enough. They did something to freeze up people. I mean, it's always a method to the madness. It's always just a method to the madness. They mess up people's money. This is this energy here. They mess up people's money. freeze up people's money, lower their money significantly to a point where people are like struggling in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and to a point where people are out in the cold to create a community of dependency. It's Source is saying to you, stay focused. Just you stay focused, right? It's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. So Source is saying to you, stay focused. Stay focused. Get your rest. Stay focused. So 7, 6. That's why you and somebody. That's what again you and somebody have in common. That is why you and somebody moved on from the shade. That is why you and somebody are very high vibrational. That's why you all keep it on the throne. But innately, you all know that these things actually happen within communities. This stuff happens within communities. It's like looking at this right here is like you can come from a small you can come from an area where people as soon as they find out they start a business, they started this or that, go right into freezing up people's money. Oh, we're not going to support this energy, we're not going to support that, we got to keep all the money in-house, so we're going to steal all their creative ideas, we're going to mirror. These are mirroring spirits. We're going to get familiar with, we're going to mirror their energy, we're going to steal all of their ideas and keep everything in-house. And so that's you and somebody have that in common. Y'all moved away from these shady energies, right? And so, so to bring you in, we know that this energy is right here building a legacy. So again, it's the same, it's a carbon copy. It's just a carbon copy of the same thing. So start each day excited for what's in store. Excited for what's in store. Yeah, because you got some good news coming in, right? Justice is in your favor. That's how you're going to protect your peace. That is how you're going to protect your peace between you and somebody. That's what you and somebody are going to, that's how you all are going to protect your peace. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 by spending your time wisely. Spending your time wisely, right? Getting off of the fence of the overthinking and saying somebody's not talking to you, they're leaving you out in the cold, and they say they were going to do X, Y, and Z. The last time I talked to them, they got what they needed. All of this, that's negative, very low vibrational. Source is saying to you, when there's an energy has done something to mess up their money on purpose. Energy has done something to mess up their money on purpose. So wake up, come out of a trance. They've created some confusion, right? So that's why, again, you're going to source in prayer to gain clarity. Something is coming to you very, very soon. Something is coming to you very soon. And because we're not in Sagittarius season, you don't have to wait for birthdays or whatever the case may be, but something is coming to you soon. Something is coming to you very soon. So there's just a lot of conversation going on around you, but nobody is really talking to you about something. There's a lot of conversation going on around you, but nobody's really talking to you about something. It's two energies. Here we have, it's a man and a woman that's responsible for all of this chaos and confusion. There's couples around you that's that's responsible for a bunch of confusion, their behavior. They're people who create this they're supposed to be mature, but they're not mature. And so that's the good news. You got some good news coming in the mail. That's all you need to know. You got some good news coming your way. So that's going to, like I said, clear a lot of things up. So it's going to clear a lot of things up. Right? So, yeah. It's the area that you're in. It's a lot of poison. Whatever area you're in, but the scales from your eyes are about to be removed, and they've been removed. That's what I'm saying. In your spirit, you're starting to see some things. You all are incredibly smart, son. You see it. So, but you can be grateful that something is behind you. You just be grateful that something is behind you. You can be grateful that something is behind you. Just keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high, because something is ending. Something is ending. The confusion is ending. It is ending. It is ending. It is ending. Right? You're learning that this is your card right here, the Temperance card. This is your card. Harmony, resolution of a conflict is coming to an end. Some kind of resolution of a conflict is coming to an end, right? Because the roots for something is running real deep. The roots of something is coming, is deep. It is really, really, really deep. And it's around the physical existence of things. Money roots are running really, really deep about keeping people out. It's like, okay, if somebody that spirit of if y'all already know the spirit. I'll just leave it at that. Y'all already know the spirit. So it is a method to it. But here's your card. 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 Here is your card. Here is your card. So that's how you're going to protect your peace. You're going to have to know your signs so well that you all are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, what's on the horizon, that you all are fire signs, that you all are mutable signs. You're going to have to know your zodiac signs so well and how to use it to your advantage, and stay away from energies who love to keep some kind of conflict going. Like, it's amazing to me. You could be around somebody for years and somebody's mind will go to, but you don't really know who they really are until you get to know other people. People's mind will go right to the negative. Like, you could physically spend time around people and know that they're a good person, but as soon as negative comes in about them, people will believe that first. So keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Yeah, keep your vibrations high. Because what you're dealing with is a king and queen. Like, you have energies on the throne right here that are using their degrees and their connections to talk negatively about somebody being shady. They're basically saying, oh, this person is really shady. These are energies that could be speaking highly of somebody, but they're not. They're really, really not. This is a community. That's why you got these energies. This is a community of energies that's talking about somebody that they've done so much hurt to them. That energy doesn't want to be a part of this community at all, whoever it is. Here we have 844, safe. Feel secure in the divine. The divine is source, the creator. Your angels want you to feel secure and safe in their watchful presence. You've been given an abundance of blessings recently. See these blessings and count them. As you do, say a prayer to the angels for gifting them to you. No blessing is too small to count. Yeah, so you got things coming to you, continuous to coming to you. So that's what you want to focus on, the blessing of source, your creator, your creator, your creator. Somebody is dealing with a man and a woman who is just like at the helm of something that they want all the credit to go to them above source. Wow. Jeez. Oh my God. Yeah, we can't, that's scary. That should make somebody nervous. I mean, for real, it should make somebody nervous. You got it. I don't know. Yeah, you can give people credit for, being a blessing in your life, but to put people, that's, I mean, I don't know, I'm not trying to preach religion or anything like that, but to try to give, so you're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to achieving your goal. Yeah. Yeah, these energies are using they are becoming, like I said, they are becoming very familiar with people's loved ones and using their loved ones, and by name they are saying negative things, hurtful things about people to leave people out in the cold. This is an intention. This is like very bullying, gang stalking type of energy. When they don't know what this person has already been through, they don't know what you have been through. That's not a spirit of love at all. That is really a spirit of hatred. That is a spirit of hatred. There's no way in the world anybody can be confused by that. There's no way. Nobody in their right mind really sitting on the throne using any kind of godly wisdom for real can be confused by that. There's no way. Yeah, this is a community. That's this right here. This is a community. This is a community of energies. They do this on purpose. They find out who is and it's never mind. Yeah. That is at the helm of everything. People will figure some stuff out if they haven't already, but anyway. That is what I have for you all. That is what I have for you all. That is what I have for you all. Let me see. That card came out. Yeah, like a lot to hear. It's like a lot of lies have been told by two energies about this energies, about excuse me, how they make their money, how they spend their days, and how they make their money behind closed doors. That is why they keep people out in the cold. That's why they don't tell people stuff. Like, so much stuff is coming out here in the cards. Like, so much stuff has been told to you all about this person is a sex worker. That's what they're saying, behind closed door. That's why this card came out here. That's why they keep you out in the cold. But something about you, I mean, something in your spirit should be like, okay, why, if somebody is saying that somebody that you know is into some kind of sex work, somebody that you know, and somebody else is telling you that somebody is leaving you out in the cold, wouldn't it be something in your spirit that would say, this is somebody that I love? Wouldn't you want to go visit them? Like, that would just almost seem like, since you have something in common with somebody, wouldn't you, this is when we talk about air sign, the air element, not as air signs, but we're talking about air, the element of air. It connects us with the heart chakra, which you have in common: connection, equanimity. Wouldn't you want to physically see that? Like, wouldn't somebody want to physically see that person? Like, I want to look at that person. I want to see that person. I want to get on a plane and travel. If they're not near you, you want to get on a plane and travel to see that person. Like, something should tell somebody. So I don't, yeah, loss. Here we have, sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the egos. Like, people are learning just these games that people play. Like, for real, just through loss of just like, okay, how does somebody get so confused? Like, for real, like, how does somebody get so confused as to believe somebody who intentionally does this to loved ones and leave family members out in the cold, for somebody to really believe that somebody's loved one took such a dark turn down a path, and somebody who says they love somebody does not physically get off of a freaking couch and says, okay, we gonna pile up in the car, plane, bus, whatever, and physically go see a loved one to see if they're okay, and besides being on a phone. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. This is a community that's doing this. Y'all may hear the same stuff on a lot of readers are saying the same thing, because a lot of people are awakened to some things. A lot of people are. That's why something is coming to an end. You have a guardian angel that's watching over you. You have a guardian angel that's keeping you balanced out and keeping you seeing things from a higher frequency. Somebody that was in the physical realm was very fair-minded, and somebody in the physical realm, when they were in the physical realm, is saying, okay, think you, like, literally whoever this energy was for you was a very fair-minded person that was basically like, okay, you sit down somewhere, Sagittarius, with a piece of paper and a pen and write the pros and cons. What would make you move on from shady energies? What would make you physically get up, pack your boxes, and move away from shady people? What would physically, people that you, family members, loved ones, like, what would make you physically do that? This is what you have in common with some. What would make you do that? What would make you do that? A shady community, a job, this, everything that you would think, okay, this person is getting paid enough money, this person has a home, this person has their friend. What would make you do that? That's what somebody, you have a lot, somebody who died on the other side is saying, you sit down with a sheet of paper and a pencil and logically think it out. Like, for real. Like, what? That's what somebody is saying to you. So you got some, like I said, you got some good news coming across your path. But something was done intentionally. Something was done intentionally. Even the gifts that people are receiving, loved ones that are receiving gifts from people that's coming to their front door, is disingenuous, because it's not even they're speaking their love language. That's why you know it's not coming from. That's why programming has happened. That's if people are receiving birthday gifts or notes or whatever the case may be. It's not even a love language that's being spoken, because people are being programmed. Okay, well, this is what you think they wouldn't want. That's not even what they want. That's why you know it's not coming from us. Yeah. You would think, like, so people are waking up. So, but you, like I said, you got some good news coming through. Somehow, a loved one on the other side is gonna get a message to you. I don't know how they're gonna get the message to you, because they're gonna get a message to you. And it's gonna be loud and clear. You're gonna get a message loud and clear. It's somebody who was very logical in their thinking when they were alive. Like, they're gonna get a message through to you that's gonna put some things into perspective for you. Like, and they didn't even raise you that way to think like that. Like, what in the world? Yeah. I mean, like, okay, they basically, somebody on the other side is saying, did you forget your worth? That's what somebody is saying to you. Did you forget your worth? Like, what? You weren't even raised that way. You know, when the ancestors come through and they telling you, asking you, did you forget your worth? So that's what I'm seeing here in your card. So somebody is, like I said, you and somebody are very close to opening up your vault door. And the vault door just symbolizes the next phase of life for you, where you say, okay, you know, for a minute you may have completely forgotten something. You may have just been distracted by everything else that was going on in your life. And so here we have the Knight of Swords here. So, you know, you may have been distracted by somebody saying somebody was running away from something, when really they weren't running away from anything. They were staying focused, getting away from the shade. And when you're dealing with death, here's the Death card right here. And again, this is what you and somebody have in common. Death of a marriage, death of a job, a physical death of something. Sometimes a death gives you an opportunity for a rebirth, a restart. So if your marriage ends, why would somebody want to be? Most people get as far away from their person. They're like, okay, they don't want to be anywhere near anything that's going to trigger the reason why something ended. Whether it's gossipy friends, a gossipy community, a gossipy, they seem like they had the picture perfect marriage. Oh, okay, they got to sell their house, they got to move, they got to do. Nobody wants to be around that kind of craziness. Like, think for yourself. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. Like, think. Somebody loses a job, who is still keeping in contact with their colleagues, and you moving on to the next job. You want the good news. You just got a new job. If the job ends, keeping in contact. Well, some people do keep in contact with their colleagues. So the old job, the people are still talking. Oh, okay. Well, they need a new company, because some people will go right into sabotage mode. Who knows who works for that new company? So we can start spreading rumors before that person can even get through a probationary period in their new job and mess the new job up for somebody. So That's what somebody is saying to you, and somebody like, put your thinking caps on. If all somebody has to say to you is that person is running from something instead of something has ended, and they have told you something has ended, and you're not putting the dots together and say, oh yeah, you know what, makes logical sense. Instead of somebody into some kind of sex work, like, come on, like, there's no way in the world somebody can tell me that somebody that I love is a sex worker. If I heard that, I'm going to physically be where they are. Especially if I heard it. Somebody tell me. It's one thing for me to think it or assume. Okay, what are you doing? What kind of work are you doing? I'm asking, what kind of work do you do? They could literally be on a corner with a clown outfit on, or playing an instrument on a corner. Okay, if it's legit, whatever. But but somebody is telling you this, and you're not on a plane somewhere. No way. There's no freaking way. Something had to be set up. Somebody is dealing with somebody's ex who is so obsessed when something was over. I'm telling you how obsessed you're dealing with people who have money. You're dealing with legacy wealth. This is a legacy. This is generational. When in relationships end, you're dealing with obsessed energies who will follow people around, find out who they're dating, take pictures, connect with people. Okay, this person slept with this person. They slept with this person. Every person they slept with, we talk about this right here. Pictures. This person, they into this, they into that. Like, so yeah. Here's the six of cups. A lot of stuff is done by three people behind people's backs without them even noticing. Imagine every single person after a relationship was over with you, where people got pictures of somebody, every encounter that they had after a relationship was over, and then people put all of this together and then show you, okay, this is what they really into, this is how they really make their money, and you know that's a lie, you know that's not them, and you don't say anything, you just sit there as well. I mean, I had no idea. I guess I don't know everything. Mine goes right off the throne and down to the lowest frequency instead of saying something. Again, mutable sign. So again, Source is saying you're about to raise your frequency, because that's what causes a lot of loss in relationships, and that's why a lot of people don't feel like they're supported by their loved ones. But that's exactly what these energies know exactly how to do. Exactly what they know how to do, because the goal is to put somebody out in the cold. They're speaking this into existence. If they're not there yet, we're going to make sure that they're there. We're going to make sure that they're out in the cold, so this will become a reality for them, so that what we said was true. So something is disappointing for you. Something is very disappointing for you. So keep your vibrations high. That's why I always talk about keep your vibrations high, because the words can become a reality. It can become a reality. So keep your vibrations high. It can become a reality fast, very quickly, very, very quickly. So somebody, like I said before, looking at your cards here, that some seeds were planted in your spirit, that people get what they need from you and they leave you out in the cold. But this time you know that you spent enough time around some energies that is not true, and you have a loved one on the other side that's going to make sure you get the message loud and clear. This is somebody who has transitioned. They have you make sure you get the message loud and clear, so you won't miss it the next time. Yeah. So if you feel bullied, this is a 10 of Wands, and you feel like you holding on to, like, okay, I feel somewhat responsible for something. So it's like you won't need to. You'll be able to move on. Especially if you feel bullied by something, you'll be able to say, no, I can break this karmic cycle. I need to move on. That has nothing to do, with me. When somebody brings something to you, you've known them. What did you say? What did you feel? Because the same thing is being said about you. Somebody has a Scorpio in their life. Your child could be a Scorpio, your grandchild, or somebody could be a Scorpio in your life. You could have a Sagittarius in your life. You could have a Libra in your life. You could also have a, what's this card right here? It could be a Virgo or a Gemini in your life, where people are basically saying they get what they need from people. It's the same thing that you have in common with somebody. They get what they need from people, and you know that is not true about them. You know you spent enough time. Amazing. Just amazing. Here's the four of swords. Something is going to give you some rest. Something is going to give you some rest. Something is going to finally give you some rest. Something is going to give you some rest. Because I'm telling you, somebody got a loved one on the other side that's going to remind you that you were not raised that way. Somebody's going to give you, it's like a hand is going to come through the clouds. And of course, obviously, a hand is not coming through the cloud. But somebody's going to remind you that you was not raised like that. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? People are being preyed on. People's families are being preyed upon. So that's something you gotta answer. Somebody. I'm telling you, whoever's a prominent figure in your life when they were alive, they gonna wake you up. They are going to shake the table in your life. They gonna wake you up. So get ready. I'm telling you, get ready, because the blessing here is that you have loved ones who have moved on from this, whether they blood relatives or not, who have a voice that's telling you this. They're telling you what you instinctively know, because you are that person. You moved on from this, but now somebody is telling you what you have already. And so it's like their loved ones are speaking through them, saying, you already know this. You already know this. You can say they just like their dad, or just like their mother, or just like they just like my brother or sister. You can say that all day long. But somebody is saying that you need a loved one who felt like they were left out in the cold because they have a pick-me spirit. They felt like they were not the favorite child. They weren't the favorite grandchild. They weren't the favorite. And that is when somebody preyed on them. That's when somebody preyed on them. That is when somebody preyed on them. That's when somebody preyed on them. So it's not luck for you. You weren't lucky that you got away from anything. That's the humility piece. You're not lucky that you got away from anything. Source is saying to you, you are as you're closing out this cycle in as we're closing out this cycle in this phase that we're in, you're recognizing that there's some energies who you got to tell them what their worth is to you. Every chance you get, you're worth this to me, you're worth that to me, I really love you, I really care about you, you're worth this and that. Like, separate them from whoever else. They need to hear that, because they're around energies that's just waiting to pounce, to prey on them. But you got some people who will just they get the message loud and clear. They will gently just move on from the energies. They would just move on from the shade. And these energies, like I said, they are so obsessed, they are relentless. They will set up shop. They will become familiar with these types of energy. They're predatory spirits. They are familiar spirits. They will find energies, and which you're learning. They're trying to make something a reality with two energies, right? So Source is saying to you, you are getting a message loud and clear. You're getting a message loud and clear. And that's the good news, is that you and somebody are getting a message loud and clear. Y'all are not lucky. Trust, y'all are not lucky. Y'all are seeing something real time. You and somebody are seeing something real time. And that's where prayer comes in. That's where prayers come in. So that's the message that somebody's going to send to you, is like, get into prayer mode. Get into prayer warrior mode. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been very, very helpful to you. Hopefully this has been very, very helpful to you, because there is, like I said, an organization who really wants to make money off of some two people. They really want to make money off of two energies. They feel like they can make money off of two energies. And that's not going to happen. They can try it, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And they're obsessed. So You'll be leaving behind, yeah, just like somebody else left behind something, and things started coming up roses for them. What you and somebody have in common is that somebody had a dog, just like you had. You may have had a dog, or maybe you had several dogs or whatever, but somebody's dog was poisoned. That's the part you don't know. That is what I have for you. I will see you all in the next video. All right?